Can you just take us through the last play there, not calling a timeout, and what you were kind of looking for on the last possession?
Yeah, I think it was a great no-call timeout because we had enough time to get up there and get organized. I would have to see the play again. But I think me, Yoke, KCP was in the action. LeBron was on me. K got out of there. I came off. They switched. And then I think I had Yoke was kind of looming, waiting for me to make a decision. And then I just, faked like I was going to shoot a three or do a step back or something. And then AD kind of pressed up a little bit. I just got to my spot, beat him to the spot, and I was able to elevate and make it.
That you told him you didn't even see it go in.
Mm-hmm.
What was like your literal view as you were going down?
Well, I mean, I jumped pretty high, I faded a lot, and I just lost my balance and fell. And I just saw the ball over the rim. I think AD was in my way, or somebody was in my way, and I just heard everybody scream. That's how I know it went in. So it was a pretty cool moment.
Jamal, you've obviously been in plenty of these moments before. You've been in situations before where you don't necessarily start as efficiently as you want to, but what gives you the mental confidence and the experience to fight your way through it and to continue to deliver for the team?
I've done it before, man. I've done it before, and man, all the credit to my teammates. There's a point in the game, I forget when it was. I think it was around the end of the third, fourth. And I had missed a couple, and I was like, man, I'm looking for you guys. Just relocate, just whatever the game plan was. I was looking to find guys, and every single one of them told me to shoot it. I mean, it's amazing to be on a team where you play 40 minutes and you're shooting awful. The ball's in your hand a lot of the time, and a lot of the openings are for you to step up and make some shots. So to miss, like I said, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, damn near 14, I don't know how many it was in a row, for all of them to tell me to keep shooting, and none of them ever wavered in confidence in me hitting a shot is, I think pretty special. And then that's what really kept me shooting. I would have tried to get somebody going. I would have, I was telling Yoke, on the pick and roll, I'm looking for you, whatever, Mike, come off ready to shoot. But all of them like, just go be aggressive. And that was the memo. So I just shot the same percentage that I did last game. It just didn't feel like it. But it's, everybody knew that I was going to make it when it counted.
Jamal, you kind of did this last year in Game 2 against the Lakers. You got hot in the fourth quarter. And I'm just curious, just from your standpoint, I know you said your teammates had your back. But how do you go just from zero to assassin like that in the fourth quarter?
Like I said, it's not just the playoffs. I've had plenty of halves where I don't have the best half or shoot the best, and I think everybody in here knows I'm pretty capable of making shots. Correct? Yeah. Okay. So that was it, man. Everybody wanted me to stay aggressive, and once I hit 1, 2, I tried to mix it up, going to the rim to see it go in. I finally got to the foul line. Made 2 free throws, and after that I was just okay. I'm in a better headspace, and the game's in the balance. So, I was able to just kind of pick up where I left off after I made a couple in the fourth, and that's really what it came down to. So, yeah, man. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but that's why there's 15, 16 guys on the team. Doing their job, and like I said, everybody on the bench was just confident in my ability, so I was able to stay aggressive and keep it going.
Jamal, early in your career, Coach was talking about it early in your career, one of the playoff game against New Orleans, where you kind of had a similar script. You weren't making shots, and then you kind of found a big basket. What do you remember about that game, that playoff game? He said that he told you that you were the future, and how important is it that, your coach has that kind of ultimate confidence in you?
Yeah, it was game 2 versus Spurs at home. That was our first time making the playoffs. And I remember same thing. I was missing crazy. I missed a dunk. I remember I was missing point blank stuff. And it just really sucks when, teammates rely on you to make certain shots, and I wasn't coming through for them. So it's just deflating when you. No, it's less even about me. I know I'm gonna have bad shooting nights, but when you feel like you're letting your teammates down, those really hurt. So for them just to pick me up during the game, coached for him to pick me up during the game, all the coaches, man, every single one of them was telling me to keep shooting, be aggressive in the timeout. I felt like I was playing so terrible the way they were talking to me during the game. So it was just funny, like, how many times that happens where I've struggled, and then I'm able to make a couple to kind of change the balance of the game. So, yeah, I'm sure that won't be the last.
You've hit, obviously, a lot of big shots, and you talked about seeing the ball go over the rim, but then hearing the crowd. Have you ever hit a louder shot than that one?
The one I can remember was it was game 2 against the Spurs, and I had made a 3. I think I made like the last 19, 20 in a row, and then I hit a 3. Yoke got a steal, and then I got a transition 3, and I feel like that was another one of them. That same game, I also had to step back. I did the arrow. That was one of the loudest shots. That same game though, game 2. So I don't know what it is with game 2.
Or no?
It was more when I was hurt, people were saying bubble, Jamal. And as I'm coming back from injury, that was a little deflating, a little annoying, because I knew I wasn't who I was yet. I was still trying to work my way from the injury. But other than that, man, I'm cool with it now. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of coming back from injury that bothered me, because I knew I wasn't that type of player yet. I just need to get my legs under me. I need some more experience. And, yeah, now you can call me. I don't care what the hell you guys call me now. Go ahead.
Hey, MPJ said that some of the quotes in the locker room were you and KCP's doing. I was just wondering, like, how you guys kind of planned that and went about that, and did you get quotes for each other also?
Yeah, I got a Mike Tyson one because, the fighting reference. I like to fight. Charles did a good job. He brought us together, and him and Kay picked them up for the most part. I dabbled a little bit, but yeah, man, I think just having your teammates think about you off the court, about the little things, can go a long way. I remember IT gave us headphones before, so I got everybody in the locker room New Balance shoes. Just little stuff, you just try to keep everybody. The ball boys got them too, security guards. So I think just kind of keeping everybody together, and KCP did a good job of picking most of the quotes out. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think that's working.
Okay.
Colin said you were spazzing out in the third quarter. I think 3 for 16, and he said, he's sitting next to me, and he said you're gonna hit the game winner. Is that true? And what is spazzing out Jamal look like?
I don't want to see spazzing out Jamal again. Yeah, he told me, he said, you're going to win this game, you're going to make the shot, you're going to make the shot. CB, same thing. I think damn near people out, everybody. It's just hard to see it when you're shooting that bad. Yeah, I had a rough stretch in the third, and my teammates were there to pick me up. It was simply it. If it wasn't for my teammates, it could have been a different game. So I appreciate every single one of them. Every single one of them told me to keep shooting, and you should have been in the huddles, hearing the amount of keep shooting I was getting. Kind of getting frustrated with them because I just wanted to be quiet. But it was nice just to have that kind of support from everybody. Everybody was in my ear. So shout out to my teammates, man. They helped me get it done.
Do you prefer to have people saying that even if it gets annoying when you like zoom out from it, or do you?
I mean, in the moment, it's different. You know what I'm saying? You're just upset. You're just pissed. Everything can kind of get to you. But when you look back, it's like, man, that's exactly what I needed. That's exactly what I needed. And I think they wouldn't have said that if I didn't show that kind of emotion on the bench. Yeah, just in my own head a little bit. And I have my pops in the stands too. So, you know, he talked to me at halftime, and I talked to him throughout the game all the time. So, like I said, it was everybody that wanted me to stay aggressive.